From rituals of whipping people with chains to throwing babies off of 50-foot temples, we count down 10 of the most bizarre traditions around the world. Number 10. Iraq. Morning of Muharram. This tradition takes place during the first month of the Islamic calendar. It's referred to as the Morning of Muharram or the Remembrance of Muharram. Most of the events occur in halls known as the Husayna. When the festival reaches the 10th day of mourning, also known as Ashura, groups of Shiites join in a vigorous practice that include body whipping with chains that have razors and sometimes knives attached to them. Participants of this tradition range in all age groups, and some parents even force their children to get involved. Number 9. India. Baby throwing. This ritual has been celebrated in India for the past 500 years. It involves throwing infants off temples that reach 50 feet high and then catching them in a giant cloth. Couples that have been blessed with a newborn participate in this ritual in the state of Karnataka. It takes place during the first week of December. New parents believe that it will bring prosperity, luck and health to their new babies. However, over 200 babies are dropped every year during the ritual. Number 8. Madagascar. Dancing with the Dead. The traditional festival called Famadihana is celebrated all over Madagascar, but it's more popular in tribal communities. It's a ritual that is also known as turning of the bones. People dig up their loved ones' bones and rewrap them in fresh cloth and dance around with their corpses to live music playing in the background. The tradition takes place once every 7 years and is believed to bring families together by respecting the dead through bone transfer. The main point of the ritual is that the dead will return to God and then will be born again. Number 7. Indonesia. Bathroom banning. An Indonesian wedding is quite beautiful, but also unique. One of the sweetest wedding traditions is that the groom isn't allowed to see his bride's face until after he sings her a variety of different love songs. However, Indonesians also have some different traditions. The bathroom banning tradition happens after a couple marries, and they are not allowed to use the bathroom for 3 whole days. The reasoning behind this tradition is that people believe that without sticking to this ritual, it will bring infidelity and a broken marriage. The newly married couple are watched very closely by different people. Their job is to monitor the couple to make sure they don't drink or eat much. When the 3 days are finally up, they are bathed and can continue with their lives. Number 6. Indonesia. Tooth filling. Tooth filling is one of the most celebrated ceremonies among the Balinese because it's considered the passage from puberty to adulthood. Tooth filling is for both males and females and has to be fulfilled before marriage, and sometimes even takes place during a wedding ceremony. It starts by smoothing down teeth as well as the eye teeth, which in turn will free them from the unseen evil forces. The Balinese people believe that teeth symbolise greed, anger, lust and jealousy. It's for those reasons that teeth filling will, in their mind, supply them with spirituality and physicality to transition them into the next phase of their life, adulthood. Number 5. Amazon. Bullet ant gloves. The bullet ant glove ritual is a painful one that every young boy in the Saturi Maui tribe must undergo in order to become a man. As a young boy reaches sexual maturity, he has to go into the jungle with another boy the same age, and a medicine man to collect bullet ants. These particular ants have the most painful stings in the world, and the pain has been compared to being hit by a bullet, hence the name bullet ant. The ants are gathered by the 2 boys, and the medicine man drugs the ants with herbs. As the ants are sleeping, they are placed in a woven glove with the stingers on the inside. The ants wake up and become aggressive, and the boy must wear the gloves on his hands and keep them on for 10 minutes while dancing through the pain, to prove that he is ready for manhood. Number 4. India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia and Singapore. Thaipusam festival piercings. During the Indian holiday of Thaipusam, Hindus proclaim their devotion to the Lord Murugan. They do this by piercing several parts of their bodies with different objects. In Tamil Nadu, India, this ritual has become intensely bloody and dramatic. It once involved simple piercing and has now turned into a popular event where they pierce large hooks and spears through their face and chest. Number 3. China. Foot binding. Foot binding is a peculiar tradition in China, where some young girls between the ages of 4 and 5 have their feet bound to prevent their feet from growing. Girls with bound feet are unable to run, work, jump, and walk. Unlike a lot of traditions that are formed because of religious values or omens, foot binding is a sign of beauty. The Chinese believe that a girl with small feet is more beautiful than a girl with large feet. Number 2. Indonesia. Living with the dead. The Toraja are an ethnic group of people that live in South Sulawesi, Indonesia. Due to the fact that it would take family members months to find enough money to pay for the funeral arrangements of departed loved ones, they would keep the dead fully clothed in their home. Besides keeping the bodies in their homes until they saved money, the tradition is also believed to help preserve the body until it's finally buried. And number 1. Venezuela and Brazil. Eating ash. The tradition of eating the ashes of a loved one is one of the most shocking and strange rituals on our list. The Yanomamo tribe prohibits keeping any part of a deceased body. They burn the body of all dead tribe members immediately. After the body is burnt, they crush the bones and mix them with the ashes, and then divide it up between all of the tribe to eat, until all of the ash and bone is gone.